flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Ready for pre-flight procedure.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you might be. Hello, Rob. You should still be early in the day at least. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. Hello to every one of you, and I hope you're going to enjoy it with me. I just want to give it a minute or three so that we can get more people on the stream. We don't show that many guys. So anyway, I hope you guys have had a good day and that you're looking forward to the weekend and that you can get some rest. I'm not going to get rest. I'm going to work straight through and do some flying. That's going to be my rest when you see me flying. I have one leg in my assignments for this month left, which is Queenstown back to Christchurch, and so I invite you to join me on that one. We're going to do it a little bit different. Last time we took off from there and we went over the lake to get out of here. This time we're going to go that way. All right, now please take note, I have not studied the charts, okay? I might be flying a Cessna 172 route for all I know. I don't care. So just before anybody starts judging me, I honestly didn't look. And I mean, we did this hand flight flying out of here last night just to test the Zibo. So I'm going to do the cowboy style thing again quickly and just enjoy myself. Hello, Dave, and hello, other Rob. Welcome.
Hi, Nico.
Hey, how are you doing?
Not bad, yourself.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I'm going to start my APU now. I see the numbers are going up a little bit. Anyway, no, let's leave the APU. I'm not going to start it for now. Let's finish talking what we need to talk about. Okay, so one of the new things, obviously, and this necessitated the creation of this new full Zibo installation, the 4.00.1 full, was this HUD. Okay, hello Chronic. But I see there's a lot of confusion, and I mean it just happens. It's normal, I suppose. I've tried to put as much information out already, but obviously we don't reach everybody at the same time. So if you guys would be nice enough to share this video and the information that I share with you with the other guys that clearly haven't seen or heard the stories yet, please do so. So we've got this new HUD. It is not a Zibo product. It's a third-party product, and Zibo and the developer agreed to work together in the phase of it coming to the Zibo mod. Okay, I don't know why I'm yawning all of a sudden. Sorry guys, forgive me. It just started now. Right, so anyway, there's a couple of ways to operate this thing, and I think the biggest problem is people don't know how to get it down. They just haven't got any clue how to get it down. So upon investigation, I found this little lever is your click spot. So that will bring it down and it will take it back up. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing I've noticed, obviously, is I had to go and, set my view up slightly different. And this CSV file for my X camera has been updated in my private hangar, so you guys can go fetch it if you need it for X camera, okay? The other thing I've noticed is if you click over there, you can... I need to get the right click spot again. Why is it not working? Am I just daft not clicking the right spot? I'm pretty sure that was clicking yesterday. Okay. Alright, I think we up to another challenge. Okay. What I've noticed now, okay, yes, that is one of the click spots. Okay, so it might be that I actually clicked it there. That's why I get confused or got confused. Okay, so that is your dimming plate. Okay, and obviously, you can decide when you want to use it. I think the sun must be bloody sharp in your eyes before you pull that thing out, because it dims a lot. Okay, but that's what I was looking for. I'm pretty sure this worked in the previous model. I'm pretty sure. Look, Zibo updated the data refs and stuff, and I'm pretty sure he changed it, because last night I was clicking here, not here. So, okay, pardon me. Now we know. Thank you for that, Rob. All right, so the other thing that I've noticed is you cannot change the brightness in a certain time period. So listen, I haven't read up on it. I started watching the video that's available here on Discord, teaching us a little bit more. Thank you, Rob. Thanks for saving my backside there. I started watching the video that McTrying put on Discord for us so that we can learn this thing a bit. But you know, you need to have like 4 minutes on power on bus before your stick shaker and the stall warning works. And I get the same impression. So what I'm saying to you now is not training. Please don't take this as training. Okay, it's just me and what I've noticed. It takes a few minutes before this brightening and lesser brightening knob actually starts to work. Okay, so what I did was I set up a key combination for myself. So that's bright and that's dim. And then what I also did was I went and I set up various keys. So I can also through keys call in the dimmer plate, whatever you want to call that thing. And then I've got the actual dim and bright switch, that thing, on keys as well. Bruna, yes, now you're asking me something not related. We can talk about that later. So anyway, it looks like it takes a good couple of minutes for this thing to warm up before we actually get to change this. And the only thing we can do now is just fiddle and wait for better days. It looks like it's starting now. I got some response then and it stopped again. So anyway, let's change that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so what I did now was I put it on dim and then it started working. So I don't know if the theory about a time period is so valid, because it looks like you need to put it in dim and then you can actually use the key combination. Let's turn the knob here. Yeah, you see, the knob is still not working. It's still not giving me exactly what I'm looking for. So at least the keys are now working. Seems to, you know. So we'll have to learn it and then come up with a tutorial for you guys. Okay, so don't see this as a tutorial. We all are learning. We all are just fiddling and seeing what's spotting, you know. So that's it. You see, now that might be what I'm missing here, Chronic, why we are all talking together. You see, if we put that, that's probably auto, and that's why I don't get any response from the HUD. So that is probably then manual, and that's why I get a response from the HUD. You see, these are things I'm still learning. Like I said, my disclaimer in the beginning made it clear. I haven't studied this thing. I haven't looked at it. I'm not entirely sure of its operation. I've never used it. I've never had the inclination to want to use it because it's just, I've never done it. Okay. So, anyway, there it is. It seems to be working. Thank you, Chronic. I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying, but it was a question of figuring out which buttons to press. You understand? So yeah, we all learn together. Okay, and then I've got H. I've put the keyboard shortcut H just for heads up display basically as a keyboard shortcut, so I don't have to go and click anywhere. There, I've got it, you know. And that's the story of the HUD. Well, the first part of the HUD. Okay, so you guys also need to be careful now. This HUD is still available standalone on the Explain.org forum. You can actually go and download it, and for Pete's sake, please don't install it with the Zibo mod, okay? Because I've seen some pretty funny anomalies and it's weird, okay? The code is already in the Zibo mod. That's why we have a new full version, okay? And Zibo had to make the new full version so that he could bring the size of the fixes down again. And as you guys saw, the last fix was like 6 megabytes. You understand? Where this one was 63, just over 63 megabytes. Okay, so don't load this other thing. It's the same code, it's the same thing, but if you're going to load two of them at the same time, like I said, I've seen some freaky weird stuff happen, so just don't do that. Okay, it's all in Zibo. Zibo said that he's given this guy the ability to change certain things without negatively influencing or impacting the Zibo code, and Zibo himself will incorporate the updates into his aircraft if there are any updates. Okay. Now, together with this little device, obviously you also get this little device. All right. I remember in the old days, and trust me, I did it 1,000 times and I cannot remember exactly what I needed to do here. I remember we had to put the runway length and a couple of other things in here in the old days, but it's been such a while since I've used this thing. I'll have to again go and read up on it. The only thing that's very interesting and easy to understand is, you know, when it's talking about IMC and VMC and stuff like that, that's easy enough to understand. Whether this thing is incorporated into the hub and it actually works, I don't know. I don't have that information. I don't have the knowledge to know that. Okay, not yet. The other thing is, in the newer models of the HUD that's current, you know, currently being installed in the NGs and the Maxes, you don't, apparently you don't even get this. Everything reads off the FMC, but the Zibo FMC does not include that piece of the code yet. That's what I heard, okay? And so for the time being, I reckon that thing should work. It should do part of it. Yeah, so, like I said, chronic. The issue here is I'm going to have to go read up again. I mean, there you can see that looks like the length of the runway. That's your glide slope you're aiming for. That obviously is for Cat 3A in IMC conditions. Now that's just normal IMC, so that should be like Cat 1. And then you've got VMC. Whether it actually changes the display, you know, on the fly, I don't know yet. I haven't flown with it yet, so I don't know. Scotsman might know more than me. Yes, Aiden, that is my name. I operate under Skymatix. Right. So if you guys have any questions about the HUD, I suggest you take it to the forum and just ask your questions there, because then we can all talk together, or come to Discord, you know. But if you need support, obviously that's forum first. You know, the rest should be fine. I just thought it would be nice to show you guys, you know, this little knob over here, because most people that couldn't get it down just missed that knob completely. All right, so I think that's not important. I'm probably old enough to be your grandfather, so, you know, who knows? I don't know. It's not important. Yeah, the other thing is you can ask your questions here on the stream, and then, you know, I can pass it on and we can chat about it next time on the stream again. Let me quickly just get rid of these guys and
Round the cockpit, hose driving up.
pull the truck. There we go. Okay. I want to tell you an interesting story, also semi-related to what's happening here. I've been trying to get actual weather information, not simulated weather information, not interpolated, not AI generated. I'm talking actual weather information for this airport. I've sent them a message in Messenger. They've flat out ignored me. Okay, they don't even bother to try and
All
answer
doors
me.
and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
And so I'll probably end up phoning them next week and asking them, hey, where do we get this weather from? Because they don't publish their weather, not in the public domain at least. And it's freaking me out, because all the weather engines use some other trick to put weather here, but I can't go on what the QNH says, you know, and it doesn't really work nice. It looks cool, it looks freaky, but just interesting. I really want to know where we can get the real weather for this place. Hello, NZQN.
tow connected, bypass pins inserted, release parking brake.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Starting pushback, you may start engines.
Gonna have to do the V-speeds again. Now we've got rain.
Nico, what weather have you got for
Before
it
start
just now?
procedure complete.
There is no weather. The weather that the
Ready for
xEnviro
before start
displays to
checklist.
me, okay, is stuck last year somewhere in November, okay. And I've spoken to the developer, and we've thought about different ways of getting the weather and you know, syncing it all up and so on. But at this point in time, what you see in the meter here is not what is actual in the real world. I even tried with Active Sky, and even Active Sky is it's basically a you know, a computer generated idea of what the weather should be. It's not real. It's not actual. You know, what I have noticed on the internet in searching for weather RAB, they basically tell you to use Christchurch, which is 346 kilometers from here. That's what they say.
No, I
That's,
just seen that on meterturf.com.
yeah, but what's the date and timestamp on that one?
18 minutes ago.
Send me a link here in
Operation
Discord.
complete, set parking brakes.
Thank you, Euro Texan. That makes sense. That makes sense, because that's kind of what I felt like. But you're the first guy to give me that
Disconnecting tow,
information.
stand by.
Right.
Sure, David said the other day that they only use Auckland, Christchurch and Wellington for their meters.
Yes. Start number 2 engine. Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Tow's disconnected, bypass pin's been removed, hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a good flight.
Yeah, you see, Rab, this is exactly what I said. They tell you here, the meter for NZQN, it says here, exclamation mark, the
25
meter station used is 346 kilometers away from the airport, and that is NZCH.
Cozier temperature.
You had Christchurch, I see it.
Yeah. You see, there's no real world information for this place. So, what we discussed then is, you know, the opportunity to maybe use AI, you know, to try and, you know, kind of guess an appropriate weather, you know. But that's the best you can do,
Starter
because
cutout.
unless they publish it, you know, you're never gonna know. Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Aiden?
and 2.
Can you try and keep to the stream, please? Otherwise, it's not fitting in with what we're trying to do,
Flaps
please.
5 set. Ready for before taxi procedure.
Before
Starter
taxi
cutout.
procedure.
Engine start procedure complete. Before taxi procedure.
How's it,
Sir,
Scotsman?
we have the conditions for icing.
Thank you. It's 9 degrees, borderline, but we'll take it.
Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for before taxi checklist. Taxi
Yeah.
lights on.
Yeah, we all like this HUD, man. I see you've done a few flights and put a couple of nice screenshots on Facebook. Like it, Neil. Hey, Wycliffe.
Captain, passengers are asking for a cozier temperature.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for takeoff.
Yeah, go for it. It's nice. I like it, and I have flown it once or twice now, and it's really cool. I love the fact that Laminar finally fixed my XPD error number thing. You know, the bug code that we had from them is now fulfilled. So it seems to be working. I've had a couple of guys tell me, yes, it's working. So yeah. Hendrik, I might have some of the new code in it. It's not the complete new Linda, but it might contain some of the new code. I might have, you know, inadvertently cross-pollinated from the level up. Yeah, it's in the new level up version. There's quite a few different things, you know, like that's one thing, and then the other thing is that you can decide to do the power up with ground power. She doesn't force you to start the APU and things like that. You know, there's a couple of nice new things before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Yeah, I don't have the IVAO thing open at this point in time, but I didn't really perceive it to be that bad. But yeah, I've only done 2 flights with it, so I'll keep a lookout, see what you mean. Right, what else do we need to do? We've got the anti-ice that will kick out the wing anti-ice on the takeoff run, and we've got all the rest set, so I think we're ready to go.
Approaching 05. On runway 23, 1,200 feet remaining.
Hey, Thunder. Aiden, this is a small runway short. It's very short, and I now need to turn around here without ending up on the grass.
Runway 05 confirmed.
On runway 05.
Right, so let's just get straight and then do the formalities. Come on.
Stabilized.
And toga. I don't know how long I've been live streaming. I've live streamed for a long time.
Takeoff thrust set.
Thank you, Neil.
80 knots. Throttle hold. Rotate. Positive rate.
Get up. See how well we do tonight. That must be a freaky feeling if you're sitting in the back and the oak just gets up and he rolls already like that. Wow.
Acceleration altitude. Flaps up and set. Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
Don't see. What are we doing? See, that's why you need an extra pair of hands in the cockpit, eh? Tell you what, it would have been nice to actually have an extra pair of hands here. Woo-hoo. That was one hell of a cowboy ride out of there. Sure. I'm being thrown around a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that handled very nicely. I was hand flying until now. I mean, that was spectacularly nice. That was really cool. Scotsman, just for you, I'll try and land with that, okay? I haven't used Shed Flight lately, no.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off.
Aiden, this is X-Plane 12. Just for you, Scott. Just for you. I'll try. You can get it on Steam, yes.
Approaching transition.
I have no idea, Aiden. You're gonna have to go look.
Transition altitude.
That's good. That's good. Why not? Yeah, that Dixon, that sounds familiar. Yeah. Here is a very nice video that you guys can go and watch after my stream. And that is specifically talking about the HUDs. It gives you the whole history and everything about that.
Yeah, it's over 2 hours. I started listening to it this morning.
I'm 11 minutes and 44 seconds into it, and then I ran out of time. I had to do work, and you know, it's just been paused there the whole day now. Hi Rudy, how are you? Hello Magnus, how are you? I'm not in the States or in Canada. I live in Africa. I've taken many airlines, but Air Canada has not been one of them. Magnus, I take it you back home, safe and sound and all those things. Had a good trip. Shame. I'm just glad you made it. I'm glad you're okay.
To level off.
Hi, Aiden. MTF, this is the Boeing 737-800NG replica in X-plane. Absolutely. Yeah, it's the weather, Euro Texan. It's not so much the code. If you heard the stories from the beginning, between Twixter and Zibo, they've been fighting this ghastly weather forever, okay? And there's another thing that seems to be a bit of a hassle, and that is the drag. Once you go above 250, the drag, for some inexplicable reason, becomes unreasonable.
Ready for descent procedure.
Dominic, so quick.
Takeoff was great. We will see your landing.
For the guys here in Discord, sorry guys, I forgot to stream here local, so you're welcome to check the stream here instead of YouTube.
Approach top of descent.
Thank you, Thunder. It is off. Okay, so let's start again. Okay, that EL is your elevation, right? From what I'm running old memory, man, old 15-year-old memory. I hope it's still the same as what I can remember. So there's your airport elevation. Runway elevation is now a different story. Maybe it's talking about the runway elevation, so that will be 93 actually. Alright, so we'll enter that. I have absolutely no idea what the E is with the dash. I don't know. It could be feet elevation. Then why do we have? Okay, now we only have that. So elevation 93.
LN would be length.
Yes, exactly. But the other one, EL, is elevation as far as I can remember. But before I entered it, there was a third option that had like a little tick next to it, and I don't know what that was. But anyway, it's taken that away. So we are going to use IMC because it's foggy. We've got the runway length, which is 3288 over there. And come now, man. Just move like this. So obviously I click the button next to, you know, the field I want to manipulate. So that's the length, that's the elevation supposed to be. We're in an IMC condition and the standby is VMC, and we're going to use a 3-degree glide slope. That's basically all we need to know. See, let's check if it is a 3-degree glide slope. Supposed to be. Yeah, 3 degrees glide slope. Okay. So there we've set it up the way it needs to be, and now we've got the display like so. So there it tells us IMC. It's currently using LNAV, VNAV. We're supposedly on the path. Yes, we are. Tells us the winds. There's our 3-degree glide. There's the flight path vector that we have. That's our altitude, vertical speed. That's probably ground speed 269. I don't know. Let's have a look. See, yeah, well, it's indicated there's speed. So that's our indicated speed. There's ground speed. There we go. And that is the distance to go to the next waypoint. Ha! Right, and that is our angle of attack.
Transition
it seems.
level. Ready for approach checklist.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was getting exciting here in my house. People were talking a bit loud and things, and I decided to just mute my mic. You guys must know already to shout like you are doing. Thank you for that. So yes, there you go. And obviously each of the modes, IMC, VMC or Cat3, will have different display, you know. So it's freaking nice that that's also model. Very nice. Yeah, you program it for what you want, remember? So there we've got the IMC and VMCs in standby. There we've got 3A. Alright, so when we switch... No, it doesn't want to switch. It only switches in that mode. Okay. Okay, alright. So there we've got the IMC... the Cat 3A, and then there's IMC and there's VMC. And that's... The PRI is probably primary, so anyway, that's done. It's got nothing to do with it. I don't want to go and play with that, so we can if we want to. I see it actually allows us, so you can select IMC and then you can choose whether you want, you know, these other modes. Anyway, I don't really pretty much care. I'm just interested in IMC. I don't think we're going to do a Cat 3. Let's just see if it changes the display, if we change any of that. Well, it does. It just shows you that you've armed your Cat 3A. Yes, 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 Scotsman. What I'll do, Hendrik, what I'll do is I'll go and watch the video and I'll read up a little bit, get more information. So when we get to the next stream or 2 or 3, I'll know more and then we can do more. But it's not rocket science, you know. I mean, you know, if you're in IMC or if you are in any of the other modes. The thing is, if you change your standby, you can't change the top one. So that's a problem. So me personally, I would typically, I at this stage would not click on the standby button. So we just select IMC. VMC will be on standby. We've got the elevation, we've got the length and the glide slope, and that's it. There's nothing more to it really.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches on.
Instrument meteorological conditions. In other words, IFR, Dave. And VMC's visual meteorological conditions, so it means VFR. Yeah, look, I mean, my knowledge is 15 years old. I don't think I've used this thing in at least 15 years. So, yeah. I must just sharpen it a little bit. Yeah. And for those guys that joined late, I was told today that most of the new HUDs don't actually have this contraption anymore. They actually read off the FMC, but there is obviously no FMC code available yet, so this is obviously the way to go now. But it's interesting, you know, as time goes by, we'll see what happens. I'm sitting here playing with this HUD. Check how low we are already. I haven't even thought about slowing down or anything. Oops. Yep, yeah. Nice new toys. Gentlemen here on Discord, you are so quiet. Are you guys okay?
We're flying as well, Nico.
Okay, Owen.
I just came in. I wanted to hear you talk about that
Okay.
meter in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having lunch, so I got my mouth full.
Okay. As long as you're okay. Hello, John. Same to you, sir. You remind me of my father-in-law. Every time I went to visit, he would say greetings and salutations. That was one of his sayings. Look at that immersion, eh? That's experialistic. Now everything starts to shudder. It's just, ooh, nice.
Flaps 1 set.
So what is that display called in the middle, Nico? The new one.
Well,
Flaps 5 set.
I don't know what exactly it's called, but it's part of the HGS. Okay, and the HGS stands for Heads Up Guidance System. Heads Up Guidance System. Everybody just calls it the Heads Up Display, but that comes from the jet fighter guys. Okay, so this is obviously the controller unit, you know, for the Heads Up Guidance System.
Oh, that beamer on top.
Huh?
That beamer?
What are you talking about? I'm not really.
Talking about that beamer that beams on the HUD, on the HUD.
Oh, no, you're talking about this projector thing. Yeah, look, that thing, that panel and this thing all work together, you know, and that together forms the heads-up guidance system.
Okay.
Paul, I see the line. We put the line there. Why are you asking? Why are you not in Discord?
Yeah, Paul, why are you not in Discord? Explain that to us.
You see, this thing is like a light. I'm like a moth now. It's bloody drawing me in the whole time instead of me concentrating. Woo! There it tells us Isle is Cat 1. Christopher, hello. You're welcome.
Yeah, Nico, I flipped it up. I need to know 100% how it works before I do something with it.
Paul, I was I was waiting for that because I thought that's what you're going to say. That's your 3-degree glide slope. That one. That's what it is. But I thought you were going to say that. Man, that was classic.
Yeah, typical.
Something important.
Nico, does it have the ability to get lighter and darker on that HUD?
Yes. Yeah, there's a couple of things you can do. You can put the blanking plate on there, you see. Now, that's probably when you land into the sun. My estimation of it. And then you've got a manual mode. You see there, I'm making it brighter. And then I can dim it. You'll see it's going to fade eventually. See there, it's dim.
Take your seats.
And then you've got the automatic mode as well. You know, that you can set it onto. I don't like the automatic mode because for me, I don't see that it changes automatically. All I see is it goes to the very brightest setting. And that's all I see.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Oh, we need to arm that. We've got the auto brake and the auto brake 2. See, we
Flaps 15 set.
Yeah, look, I mean, you can play with it, Scotsman, I'm sure. See there, it shows you your 3-degree line, your glide slope. You see it right on the threshold. MFDC3, same to you? Yes, I'm flying it in the latest latest Zibo, latest everything. I want to see where I'm going. But that's cool. You see, there's your glide slope line. Right on the threshold, there's your flight path vector showing you where you're going to land. That thing, that's your nose.
Flaps.
Oh, yes. Yes, Mom. Yes, Mother.
Flaps 30 set. Ready for landing checklist. 500. Clear to land runway 20.
I don't know.
300.
Kind of defeats the object for me. I'll just make it brighter.
200.
How's that? Look. It shows you nicely, huh?
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed break up.
There you go, Neil. Just for you, buddy.
Auto brake in use.
Yeah, but that's why you've got your own button. You press your own button in your own aircraft, okay? Ooh, there's Zibo. Hello, Zibo.
60 knots. Yeah. Great landing. You are professional.
Yeah. Zibo also says I must switch that thing on. Zibo, I've just been telling Scotsman, each to his own, you know. It makes it easier to see, but then it dims it so badly for me. I don't know, man. But anyway, thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you here. Thank you so much. And thank you for incorporating this for us. It's lovely. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's quite a huge difference, huh?
Yeah.
The old Zibo and the new one, huh?
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Thanks. Yeah. And thank you to the developer for, you know, approaching us and, you know, asking us if we want to do this. I mean, kudos to him too. We couldn't have done it without him. We could have, but it would have taken longer, you know, let's put it that way. After landing procedure. See, not hear me again. Click on this thing. Wait, hit focus. After landing procedure. Or did she already do it? No, she probably did it. I think I did it already. I'll have to get used to that view, but anyway. Each to his own, man. If you're happy to fly it that way, why not?
Flaps up and set.
Radio, welcome. Hmm. 800 Zulu. If you're talking about my next flight, it's usually 800 Zulu. Right, so brake set. Let's do it. Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
Hi, Greg. Thank you.
Ready for shutdown procedure.
Well, without coffee and tea, that's what the developer called himself when he contacted me. I don't know what his real name is. Without him and Zibo, there would be no HUD. So thank you to both of you, gentlemen. Good addition. Hello, HD. You missed it with a minute, man. Just a minute. You know, when I joined your stream this morning, I literally just opened my eyes. I was so asleep still, eh? But you know, it just shows you these time zones. Silly, man. Right, all of this is done. Neville. Okay, excellent, excellent. Neville, I hope you enjoy it. It's a nice short little flight. This takes care of all my assignments for the month of January already. And yeah, it was nice. Now I can move on away from New Zealand again. I spent the last couple of weeks here in New Zealand, up and down, up and down. I've never flown into and out of Queenstown so many times as in the last week or two, eh? Yeah, you're welcome, HD. Cyclops. Yeah.
Hey, Nico, I just had a question when you have a minute before you get off.
Shoot.
I just picked up the Thrustmaster rudder pedals, and they seem really sensitive. I was wondering if you could show a screenshot of your response curve if you did anything to it.
I just have the very, very, very entry-level Thrustmaster, the T-Rudder, this one, okay? And this is what my stuff looks like. That's it.
Wait, there's no fraction on.
I see they're all the same. That's it. And I didn't set it. This thing obviously came up with it himself. So.
Okay, I picked up the same ones. Yeah. They're very sensitive. That's the only thing I was trying to figure out. What I found was there was a stage, and it stopped now miraculously. So I'm not sure if it was a Windows update or what changed, but I had to recalibrate my pedals almost every flight. It was driving me nuts, and I went so far. Maybe this is part of the solution. You can try this. If you go into your output preferences folder in Explain, into your controller folder, look for this file that governs this thing. Delete it, reboot your machine, set it up again. Maybe that file is corrupt. Okay. I did that at one stage as well. Yeah. So. Because I tried it in MSFS, and I was trying to use the pedals as the tiller, and the plane was all over the place.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. That's what I've got.
Thanks for those numbers, though. I could. Yeah. Just starting point.
Yep, 100%. Perfect. 99 Steve. Yes. I messaged Iniscene. I've requested that they port the Explain 11 and FS 2020 because they've got it in both sims. That scenery into Explain 12. That will make my day. Okay. I only have obviously the default one. I'm not using the Explain 11 scenery yet. So that will make my day. I hope they do that. And Thunder, you must enjoy the last 5 days. But we're looking forward to have you back. Nonstop 73. Has Zibo ever considered Sky? Yes, we have. And it won't work. Not the way we operate. It won't work for us. Yeah. No, it's not going to work for us. We currently have Zibo's Google Drive, my Google Drive, the torrents, and we've got x-plane.to. And on the torrents and x-plane.to, there's unlimited bandwidth. Okay, the Google Drives have a transmission limit of 750 gig per day. That is why some of the people can't get the downloads from the Google Drive. But I mean, the other two options work marvelously, and apart from the fact that I have to pay for the Seedbox server to actually do the torrents, the rest of it is free, the bandwidth and those kind of things. You're welcome, Thunder. Yeah. Any other questions? You're welcome, Rob. Okay, so that means we're done, and we shall check you guys again tomorrow morning, 800 Zulu,
I still have to go think where we're flying. I have no idea. It'll probably be back either South Africa, Europe, or more west anyway. So we can do a daytime flight. We'll see. So go have fun, sleep well, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, Nico.
Night.